Class 7 Chemistry Chapter 4. Good morning students. Dear students, today we will see the topic of atomicity. Now what is the meaning of atomicity? It is the number of atoms present in a molecule. That is called atomicity. One example I am writing over here. For example, oxygen can be written as O2. Okay. Ozone gas can be written as O3. Now if I ask you what is the atomicity in case of oxygen molecule and what is the atomicity in case of ozone molecule. So in case of ozone the atomicity is 3 and in case of oxygen it is 2. How come? Because you can see that here two atoms of oxygen, they constitute one single molecule of oxygen, and in this ozone case, that is second one case, here three atoms of oxygen, they are constituting one single molecule of ozone. Some more examples we can see. Like Cl2. So what is the atomicity here in case of Cl2, chlorine gas? So of course two atoms are constituting here this one molecule of chlorine, so it will be 2. The atomicity is 2. Then in case of sulfur 8, so what is the atomicity for sulfur in this part? It is 8. So basically it is the number of atoms present in a molecule. Now students, some more examples are there written on your page number 53. Okay, you can see from there hydrogen, H2 has been written over there, hydrogen. Okay, so once again let me just write over there how to write this one. So hydrogen, so many molecules are written over there, P4. So phosphorus, 4 atoms are there, so atomicity for phosphorus in this case is 4. Okay, and simultaneously we can identify the atomicity of compounds. How come? Let us take one example like carbon dioxide. So in this molecule of carbon dioxide, how many atoms are present? So you can see here 2 atoms of oxygen are present and 1 atom of carbon is present. So what is the atomicity here? It is 3. Okay, likewise some more examples we can take. N2O, so what is the atomicity in case of N2O? Of course 2 atoms of nitrogen are there and 1 atom of oxygen it is there. 1 atom, nothing is written means 1 is written. Okay, so what is the total number of atoms here? 3. So 3 is the atomicity for this N2O molecule. Then H2O, so what is the atomicity in case of H2O? Once again it is 3. How come? 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, so together it will constitute 3 atoms. Now let us see the next topic, that is valency, given on page number 54 of your book. Now what is this valency? Students, valency is defined as the combining capacity of atoms. So basically to identify the valency of a element, we need to have knowledge regarding their electronic configuration. For example, if I take lithium, the symbol of lithium is Li, and the number of electrons it can have, it is 3. That is, atomic number of lithium is 3. So if you are going to draw the shell, so I am drawing this as the nucleus, I am not showing the protons and neutrons, and this is your first shell. So how many electrons can come over there? Maximum 2 electrons can come over there in this first shell. Okay, and then we have this second shell. So in this lithium case, how many electrons can come now? Only 1, because total there should be 3 electrons. Okay, so atomic number is equal to number of the electrons. Got this one? So now regarding the valency of this lithium, we need to see that how much electrons this lithium gains or lose to complete its octet or duplet. Now what is the meaning of this octet? Octet means every atom wants to have the 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Okay, so in this lithium case, either lithium waits for such an atom who can donate 7 electrons, and second option for lithium is that it can donate its own one single electron, this one it can donate to someone else. So here no one is going to give the 7 electrons to this lithium, so lithium will just do not go for this option, but it will try to lose the single electron which it is having. So the valency of lithium is 1. This you can see on table which is given on page number 54. Okay, so lithium valency has been shown as 1. Now we take the example of nitrogen. So to find its valency, I already told you that we should have the knowledge regarding its atomic number. So nitrogen has 7 as the atomic number. So once again, electronic configuration I am drawing over here. So first shell, how many electrons can come? It is 2. In the first shell, maximum 2 can come. Okay, but in the second, maximum 8 can come. But let us see, since nitrogen is having 7 electrons, so 2 I have filled in the first shell, then the remaining 5 I will fill in this second shell. Okay, now in this second shell, nitrogen is having 5 electrons and it needs 3 more electrons to complete its octet. You know the meaning of octet? To have the 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So it is already having 5 electrons. So likewise in the earlier case, as we discussed for lithium, now it has a choice either to lose 5 electrons or to gain 3 electrons. Since it will be very not quite easy for the nitrogen to lose 5 electrons, so it will discard this option, but it will be easy for nitrogen to gain 3 electrons from anywhere else, so it will go for this option. So this time the nitrogen valency will be 3 because it wants to gain the 3 electrons. Okay, now students, to just calculate the valency of an element, I already told you that we should have the knowledge regarding the atomic number of that element. Now in case of metals, if you want to solve out the valency of a metal atom, so you see the valency will be same as there are valence electrons in that metal atom. I am giving you one example. If we take sodium atom, sodium symbol it is Na. Okay, now to calculate the valency of sodium, I already told you we should know how many electrons or what is the atomic number of this sodium. We should have that knowledge. It is 11. So let us draw. Every time you need not to draw the things, but to explain you I am drawing. So in first shell 2 electrons I will draw. In second shell, how many maximum I told you can come? 8 can come. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 electrons. Let me draw the negative charges also. Okay, so 2 plus 8 10. We still have one more electron because 11 is the atomic number of sodium. So here I have drawn single electron. So now you see sodium is a metal, and I told you that for metals you just see how many valence electrons are there. Valence, it is the number of electrons in the outermost shell. So in this case, this third shell is the outermost shell. So how many electrons it is having? Only this single electron it is having. So therefore the valency for sodium, it will be called as 1. Okay, let us take some more example. So one more example I am taking over here. Let us take that aluminium. So for aluminium, the atomic number we should know that it is 13. Okay, now if I want to draw that atomic structure, so first shell 2 electrons can come, Second shell, maximum 8 can come. It can accommodate 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now 2 plus 8, 10. Then in third shell, how many electrons can come now? Only 3 will come. Okay. So since you know, students, that aluminium is a metal, and in this valence shell, valence means outermost shell, how many electrons I filled over there? It is 3. So the valency for aluminium, it will be 3. Now students, let us see how to calculate the valency for non-metals. Okay. So for non-metals, the valency is calculated by subtracting the number of valence electrons from 8. Let us take one example. Now we know oxygen. Oxygen is a metal or non-metal? So oxygen is a metal. And what is the atomic number for oxygen? It is 8. Okay. Now if I draw the nucleus, first 2 electrons in the first shell, then how many electrons I will fill there in the second shell? Maximum 8 can come, but already I have filled 2 electrons. So remaining 6 electrons, they can come over there. Okay, so how many electrons are there in the outermost shell or the valence shell? That is 6. So since it is a non-metal, so the valency can be calculated for oxygen, that subtracting the number of electrons in the outermost shell from 8. So it is coming out to be 2. Okay, let us take one more example. I am taking the case of fluorine. So fluorine symbol is F, and the atomic number of fluorine is 9, means 9 electrons it can have. So again I am drawing the structure. First shell, 2 electrons. Then second shell, how many more electrons can come now? Yes, it is 7, because already 2 have been filled inside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. You know that fluorine is a non-metal. So for non-metal, how the valency can be calculated? Just subtract the number of electrons in the outermost shell, and in this case how many electrons are there? 7. Okay, in the outermost shell. So get it this figure minus from this 8. So the answer is 1. So the valency of fluorine is 1. So students, now we can identify the atomicity of a molecule, atomicity of a compound. Now we have learned how to calculate the valency for metals as well as non-metals. The main thing which you need to remember, the atomic number. Okay, and for this atomic number, you can turn the book's page number 57, and there you can see the periodic table. So students, this is all for today. Goodbye.